Welcome everybody to another day, another video. This time I'm going to take you guys on a quick little 2-mile walk, and we're going to explore a little bit of local history here in Winter Park. Some of the stuff is local, but was brought from somewhere else to here, and it became local. But there's also some actual local stuff we're going to check out that some of you might find fascinating. I don't know. I'm hoping so. I know. I'm curious. I was going to record walking all the way over here, but yeah, you don't want to see me walking all this way. It's horrific with the sweat dripping down my forehead. Let me wipe my head. Hold on a second. Man, I did it. I'm not sweaty anymore. Welcome to Rollins College here in Winter Park, Florida. I am walking over to a place called the Walk of Fame. There's something I found here that is kind of spectacular, I guess, if you're into history. There's actually more than one thing here if you're interested in history, whether it's celebrities or historical figures. This is the first stop of at least two. So this is the Walk of Fame. Well, it's actually the Rock of Fame, because every one of these little pieces, these little memorials actually have a rock in them. Like here's one from Peru, all embedded in to these little concrete slabs. Look at that. They got a piece of Jerusalem. And also here we got the green stone inspired by Alice Walker and Gloria Steinem's Feminist. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for one specific. Here's one that we weren't looking for, but I found it. It's Jack London, my ex-wife's uncle, great uncle. But yeah, there's I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a rock from his house. I mean, I've been to the house numerous times just due to the fact he was a family member for like 20 something years. He wrote Call the Wild and White Fang. So that looks like a cannonball, but I don't think it is. And why is it cracked? That's a cool find, but not what we're looking for. This thing expands around this entire park. You have to walk all the way around. And I didn't even find it and find out where it was until I got over by that building. So I got all that to do. So I got to head back over because I have not found it yet. Roadside America is a great app. I use it a lot. But sometimes it doesn't get specific enough. As a matter of fact, on Roadside America, there's only one image, photograph of this thing I'm looking for, and not a specific location. So I'll find it because I need to. I need to find it now. I'm on a quest. And then also we got to find something else that should be a little bit easier, hopefully. Something else, Danny Glover, actor and Friends. Here we go. This is what we're here to find today. That's actually a piece of his house. Right there, Mr.Rogers' house, which is just down the street here from Rollins College. He actually went to college here before becoming a TV star, a puppeteer, and basically an educator that helped us all grow up a little more friendly, calm, and happy. I was also in the search for another one of these things. I guess there is a piece of Helen Keller's house here that she actually touched and stuff and donated it here to the university. But there's just so many, it's really hard to locate. But there is another piece of Mr. Rogers stuff here that I think we need to go see. Along with this, those of you circus people out there, we do have a museum in Sarasota, and there's a P.T. Barnum right there. It is so great using Google navigation to find the little things. It's amazing that it's even shows up. This stuff shows up. Ooh, look at that. But I found one of two just now. We're only going to look for the one today. I'll leave it to you guys that explore this property. It's massive. This university is massive. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys, or check out other YouTubers, kind of like Tampa J or somebody like that. They actually went in thorough on all this stuff. But because I'm working over here today, I figured why not stop and see some of it. And this is the main one I wanted to see. This is mind-blowing. If you're a Mr. Rogers fan. Would you look at this? Wow. This is actually really large. Here is a big monument of all the puppets that Mr. Rogers used. But yeah, they're all right here. The king, the queen, everybody's here in this monument. And for those of you overseas that don't know, Mr. Rogers was a child educator on about the same level or just a little bit below the age range of Sesame Street people. So if you were a Sesame Street kid, if you were a little bit younger than Sesame Street, you probably watched Mr. Rogers. And here, Mr. Rogers, in all of his massive form, has a puppet on his hand, and he's sitting here putting on a little show and hanging out with some children's. That is really, really cool. So yes, Mr. Rogers went to school here. He lived right across the street, down a little road. I'm not going to go to the house. Like I said, if you want to check out his house and stuff like that, check out Tampa Bay. Did a really good job. Tampa J, not Tampa Bay. Tampa J, check out his videos. I don't like going to people's houses or recording homes from the street. Even though he's deceased, people still live there. And I don't want to intrude. I don't like doing homes that were used in movies or anything like that, because I mean, people live there. But I don't mind things like this. And I'm going to continue doing things like this instead of going to homes. But also, what I'm going to be doing is diving deep into Florida history with a little help from you guys. So we all know that trying to find things on your own sometimes is kind of hectic. I am going to come up with 3 things, maybe once a week, and have my members. So if you're not a member, you might want to become a member. My members vote on a choose your own adventure. So I'm going to post 3 adventures that I can do, and then have my members to, vote and see what adventure do we want him to do. And if you're a member watching this video right now, please keep it in the lower tier price stuff, preferably free, like this Mr. Rogers stuff. But if it costs a little bit of money, that's okay. But try and keep it semi-cheap. And I think I am going to do it. I'm going to rip off Jacob the carpetbagger a little bit as my hand is shaking. And he did this last summer, but he traveled the whole United States. I want to travel around Central Florida, and if this works, if the choose your own adventure style works, I may be able in the future to leave the state and do things like in Georgia maybe. So, but right now at this moment, I'd like to stick to Central Florida, maybe later on travel on the outskirts of Central Florida, and if it keeps going in the long run, leave the state. I don't generate enough revenue to really leave the state at the moment off of YouTube. But we'll see how it goes. So keep an eye out, members, for the 3 things that I'll be posting this week. And let's see if we can find some great adventures in a choose your own adventure style. So if there's things you want to see around Central Florida, but you can't get here to do it, or it was things you've seen in the past when you were a kid and visited Florida, leave in the comments below. We'll vote on it. And until the next time, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys from down the road. Peace, everybody.